Double head working. Operation of a train with two loco units in front, both locos coupled together and to the train, but these two locos operated independently by separate crew is known as double heading. The two locos can be of different types. Here it is the illustration. So in this train, two engine units are used and both the units are operated independently by separate crew. It means both locos can be energized. In both locos, we will get the tractive force. In both locos, crew will be available. Conditions of apparatus on the locomotive. In leading loco, keep A9 handle on release position and keep A9 inlet and outlet cocks open in working cab and closed in non-working cab. Keep SI9 handle on release position and SI9 apply and supply cocks open in working cab and closed in non-working cab. A8 cock to be kept open. ME2 to be kept on lead position. So conditions of apparatus on the locomotive in trailing locomotive. Keep A9 handle on release position and keep A9 inlet and outlet cocks open in working cab and closed in non-working cab. Similar to leading loco. Keep SI9 handle on release position and SI9 apply and supply cocks open in working cab and closed in non-working cab, which is also similar to leading loco. A8 cock to be kept closed. This is most important. So in trailing loco, A8 cock should be kept in closed condition. ME2B should be on lead position, similar to leading loco. Conditions for coupling of locos. In the front end of the leading loco, ensure the following self-locking angle cocks are to be closed. MR equalizing pipe COC, BC equalizing pipe COC, brake pipe COC, feed pipe COC. So front end of the leading loco, all these four cocks should be in closed condition. In between the locomotive units, ensure the following cocks. MR equalizing pipe, so self-locking angle cock are to be in closed condition. BC equalizing pipe. So BC equalizing pipes self-locking angle cocks are to be in closed condition. BP brake pipe self-locking angle cocks are to be opened after coupling the both locos BP hose pipes. Feed pipe FP self-locking angle cocks are to be opened after coupling the both locos FP hose pipes if FP is in service. In rear end of the trailing loco. In the rear end of trailing loco, that is between trailing loco and formation, MR equalizing pipe self-locking angle cock of trailing loco towards the formation end is to be closed. BC equalizing pipe self-locking angle cock of BC equalizing pipe is to be closed. Brake pipe BP cock of loco and formation are to be opened after coupling the both BP hose pipes of loco and formation, trailing loco and formation. FP cock of loco and formation are to be opened after coupling the both FP hose pipes, that is trailing loco and formation if FP is in service. Instructions to the leading and trailing loco pilots. The maximum speed of double-headed train shall not exceed the lower of the maximum speeds of the two locos individually. Subject to compliance with the all speed restrictions, the maximum speed of double-headed train shall not exceed the lower of the maximum speeds of the two locos individually. Each loco should be manned by eligible LP and ALP. It means that each loco must be manned by a loco pilot and astro loco pilot who are qualified to work that type of loco and have the proper LR over which the train is working. The LP of leading loco known as a train loco pilot, and he will be responsible for working the train in accordance with the rules. Except in emergency, normally the leading loco pilot only will apply the train brakes for controlling or stopping the train. Under no circumstances may the second loco pilot release the brakes on his loco or the train or apply the brakes independently on his loco. Always trailing loco pilot should remember this point. Under no circumstances may the second, that is trailing loco pilot, release the brakes on his loco or the train or apply the brakes independently on his loco. In stopped condition, rear loco pilot has to apply SA9 for securing the train. While starting, power may be applied by both locos as required. The loco pilot of leading loco, that is, we will call him as a train loco pilot, who is responsible for double head working, will notch up until the train moves. The loco pilot of trailing loco or rear loco will assist him as required. While running, the power may be applied as often as necessary by the rear loco pilot irrespective of the position of the gear of the leading loco. Power may however be applied only gradually by the loco pilot of rear loco. The loco pilot of rear loco may switch off the power using his discretion and a gradient condition, etc. So the loco pilot of rear loco must frequently observe his BP gauge, and he should be in prepared condition to reduce or regress the notches if BP is dropping. It is the duty of the LP of rear loco to acquaint himself with the contents of all the caution orders and special instructions, if any, issued to the loco pilot of the leading loco before starting or working the train. In nodal section, the LP of leading loco will follow the instructions given in TSD for his loco operation. The LP of rear loco will trip DJ and follow the nodal section instructions given in TSD for his loco. While approaching danger or a stop indication or any speed restriction zone or any caution order spot, it is a duty of the trailing LP shall coordinate with the leading LP as per existing rules and suitably ensure his GR position to avoid overshooting of signal at on or overspeeding at a caution order spot. Cox position in conventional locos. So the leading end engine will be called as leading loco, the trailing end, that is towards formation end, the loco which is available, which will be called as a trailing loco. The Cox position. In leading loco working cab, A9 inlet and outlet cox should be in open condition. In leading loco non-working cab, A9 inlet and outlet cox should be in closed condition. In trailing loco, A9 inlet and outlet cox to be kept open in working cab and A9 inlet and outlet cox to be kept in closed condition in non-working cab, similar to leading loco. Similarly, SA9 supply and apply cox. In both the locos, that is in leading loco and trailing loco, in working cab, SA9 supply and apply cox to be kept in open, and in non-working cab, SA9 supply and apply cox to be kept closed condition, ME to be. In both locos, that is in leading loco or in trailing loco, ME to be kept in lead condition only. 8 cox, it is important. In leading loco, A to be kept in open condition. In trailing loco, A to be kept in closed condition. This is very important. The BP charging, the BP disruption and the BP recreation, everything should be done from the leading loco only in normal conditions. So for that purpose, we will keep the 8 cock open in leading loco, and to avoid the BP charging from the trailing loco, we will close the 8 cock in a trailing loco. Cox position in 3-phase loco in double head working. So if you are working with a E70 brake system, so then the Cox position we will see 70 COC. 70 COC is to be kept in open condition in leading loco and it is to be closed in trailing loco. 74 COC, emergency COC. So 74 COC should be kept in open in both the locos, that is in leading loco and trailing loco. 136 cock, FP cock, that should be kept open in leading loco and it is to be closed in trailing loco. 47 dead loco cock. In both locos, this cock should be kept in closed condition. Next, IG38. IG38 cock to be kept in open in leading and trailing loco. Jet ban. So jet ban in leading loco, normal position of the jet ban is off condition. You have to ensure it is in off condition. But in trailing loco, you have to keep the jet ban in on condition. Cox position in three-phase locos provided with the NOR brake system, that is CCB 2.0 type brake system. A9 brake handle, auto brake handle. In leading loco and trailing loco, working cab it should be kept in run position. In non-working cab, A9 handle should be kept in FS position and it has to be locked with the pin. 74 COC, in both the locos, leading and trailing loco, it should be kept in open position. 136 cock. In leading loco, it should be kept in open position. In trailing loco, it should be kept in closed condition. Dead loco cock, 47 cock. So in both leading and trailing loco, this dead loco cock should be kept in closed condition. Mode switch. So in leading loco, in working cab, mode switch should be in a lead position. In trailing loco, in working cab, mode switch should be in helper position, HLPR position. So in both the locos, in non-working cab, mode switch normally remains in trail position. Jet ban. In leading loco, jet ban is in off condition, whereas in trailing loco, jet ban to be kept on condition. Jet ban to be kept in on condition. Cox position in three-phase WG9C locos. This is a new modification. Recently, WG9 locos are converted with the conventional brake system and such type of locos are termed as WG9C locos. In leading loco, A9 is having inlet and outlet cocks similar to conventional brake system. So in this A9 inlet and outlet cocks are to be kept open in working cab in both the leading and trailing loco. Similar to the conventional locos, A9 inlet and outlet cocks are to be kept closed in non-working cab of both the locos, that is in leading loco and in trailing loco. Next, SI9 supply and apply cocks. In this loco, WG9C loco, SI9 supply and apply cocks are available. Similar to conventional loco, you have to keep these two cocks in open condition in working cab of leading loco and trailing loco. In non-working cab, SI9 supply and apply cocks are to be closed in leading loco and in trailing loco. MU2B. So in this locos, MU2B is available. MU2B is to be kept in lead position in leading loco and in trailing loco. A8 cock. A8 cock is also available. So in this leading loco, you have to keep the A8 cock in open condition, and in trailing loco, you have to close the A8 cock. Jet ban. So in this, jet ban is provided in panel A. In leading loco, normal position of the switch jet ban is off condition. You have to keep the jet ban in off condition in leading loco. Whereas in trailing loco, you have to switch on the jet ban.